If you had siblings, you would see them have their college paid for, get nice gifts, be taken care of, but you were the one that was treated like shit. This is why. And they were also manifesting all of those gifts and all of those opportunities off your energy. So the reason that Spirit is addressing this is because all of this has been taken back and given to you. You reclaimed your life. You reclaimed your life. Celebration. And power. They were celebrating off your power. I can't make this shit up, but that has changed. Transformation. And your future is here. It wasn't theirs to take, but they were keeping you in a position to where you would be asleep. You would be unassuming and unaware of what they were doing. So yeah, these individuals celebrated too soon. And now every individual that had your name in their mouth is choking on it. They gotta watch you win. And believe me, they're doing everything behind the scenes to corrupt this prophecy, to corrupt your position. But it's all being reflected back into their experience. Your enemies, I heard destruction upon my enemies, doom. Doom. Then I just heard hoodoo and voodoo. Some of you are natural born witches, natural born warlocks. But you don't use your gifts for bad. Your gifts are used for healing and protection. I just heard defensive witch, defensive warlock. You're a natural born practitioner. And God made it this way. This is one of the things that is safety lever. It's one of the things that God keeps you protected, yes, but it's like you are a natural alchemist that automatically, with the alchemization of this energy, it returns. Not the energy, but the amplified intention and entities. And this has come into play because you had dark practitioners in your family, or your ex was a dark practitioner. You had to have your gifts awakened. But you're a light worker. I just heard it's all a part of the service, baby. Who is that? It's all a part of the service, baby. Fertility. We got an ancestor coming through saying your gifts are a blessing, not a curse. Your empathy, your empathic abilities are a blessing, not a curse. You feel everything in the way that you need to feel it. But you've also learned how to bubble your energy, how to protect your energy on the battlefield. You have been trained for this. And through this training period, your gifts have awakened. Where you got ancestors, it's like egging you on. You got ancestors that are assisting with certain activations. They said necessary activations. From all past lives. Again, all past lives are coming into play. But like I said, some of you had some, or they were paying some dark practitioners. I heard New Orleans. Could be Haitian voodoo. They were paying. I also heard jinn. Judgment. Immediately. With these little sickos. They also just showed me the Reaper. A reaping integration and activation for you are life and death. So these individuals were judgment immediately. I'm gonna tell you right now, the reason I'm bombastically side-eyeing this is you're a natural born practitioner. You are a chosen. These idiots were using your essence to be practitioners. They don't naturally have these abilities. That's why I was bombastically side-eyeing this, is without you there and without having access to you, they have nothing. They can't manifest worth the fuck. All of the work that they're paying for and sending, the reason it's not having an impact is because your divine rank has gone up far beyond any individual they're hiring. Or any individual in this lineage, or any individual your ex is going to, or whatever your ex is using. I can't make... You're protected from magique. You're protected from this bullshit. I can't make... Y'all just saw that come out. What just fell on the floor? Transformation. Your transformation got individuals dropping like flies. Losing shit very quickly. And they didn't see, like, they didn't see the process you went through in this cocoon, through this death and rebirth. But this activation of your own magic, this activation of your past lives were necessary. And exactly. Somebody in here said we need to decenter the negativity. And that's exactly what I want you to take from this. If this is triggering you right now with all the things that were done to you, there's still some healing that needs to be done. There's still some healing you need to do. But if you're feeling power from this is definitely for you. The reason that we address these situations is so that you can understand why you went through, what you're alchemizing, and what you're being guided to use it for. Where you were what you were activated with, and what was necessary at this level with what you were later going to be addressing. What you were later going to be up against, and the moves you were going to be guided to make. Exactly. Detachment is power. Because I know when I bring up my own situation, I don't feel any resentment. I don't feel any, like, hurt. For me, it was just boot camp. It was just divine training. But I do know that these individuals made certain moves in order to stop my ascension, in order to stop the prophecy over my life. And I don't let it faze me. So I don't want anybody to feel like I am fully focused around negativity, because that's not what this message is meant to convey. What you were up against puts you in this position now to where everything being directed towards you is being alchemized, because you understand alchemy. And these individuals, a lot of them were using dark alchemy in order to siphon from you, harvest off of you, and destiny swap with you. And they can't do that anymore with your understanding of your alchemic abilities. I'm seeing Thoth in my third eye. Thoth, wisdom. So again, all of this needed to be addressed because you needed to know that these individuals that were, one of the tactics used for destiny swapping is humiliation, gossip, slander, and defamation. Trying to steer a certain narrative about you to block you from moving forward and block you from obtaining certain opportunities. This is one of the main tactics used in destiny swapping. To push off what they are onto you and take on what you are into them. This is also a tactic used by narcissists to corner you. So this is also what you need to know if you are the scapegoat of a narcissistic unit. That these individuals will go out of their way to turn everybody against you so that you feel like you have nothing and no one, so that you'll come crawling back to them so that they can control you. And when you don't turn back, the narcissist implodes. They combust. There's only so long they can keep this mask up with the scapegoat not being around. And your energy is prime supply. Exactly. These tactics have been around for centuries. You can also read them in the 48 Laws of Power, which a lot of celebrities will do to individuals that they want to silence. A lot of organizations, societies, and networks will use the 48 Laws of Power to keep somebody from rising into power. I know we've seen it with certain celebrities that have things dredged up from their past that's meant to make them back down. It's meant to silence them. It's meant to discredit them, make them look bad. All of these tactics are being used, and the reason why, again, it's being addressed is because what you faced with this karmic familial unit, you'd be facing with elite individuals that did not want you stepping into a position of recognition, abundance, /success, and power. So I don't want you to continuously relive your trauma. I want you to address the shadows that keep pulling upon your trauma and work through them. Because these are the tactics. Pulling upon your trauma and your shadow are used by elite individuals in order to control you. Control the perception of you. Because what you are reflecting will be, or what you are emanating will be reflected back into your reality. And if your shadows can be used against you, you bet your ass they'll use them. Your trauma, your triggers, trying to control your emotions and your mind. And this is why this is relevant. With the journey, the path least taken, with the journey that you're on, with Six of Swords, you had to understand the type of energy work that would be directed towards you by experiencing it first, alchemizing it, decoding it, and recoding it. And we got disappointed in what they traveled for. They should be. This didn't have the effect that they were hoping that it would in order to obtain some type of victory over you. And again, if you're resonating with this, chances are you had CIA observing you. You had secret societies, organizations, networks, high society elites watching you, directing things towards you in order to negatively impact and affect you so that it would discredit you and what you came here to do, because you are a truth speaker. And we've seen this done to many individuals that have attempted to speak out that didn't fully understand what was being directed their way or were afraid of these organizations, secret societies, and networks, like the Illuminati. You know how many individuals have been afraid of the Illuminati and are now standing in their truth because of you? If you have these elite eyes on you, chances are you have come head to head spiritually with the Illuminati, with these organizations, networks, and societies that are able to use fear as a manipulation tactic to control. And you had to face your worst fucking fears through this karmic familial unit. That is why this is being addressed. Not only is this coming full circle with how you are being seen, how your name is being cleared, and what you were up against, but it is also coming full circle with the impact you have had on this realm and in this realm with who you were facing off with in the spirit. These organizations and societies and networks that specialize in MK Ultra, mental manipulation, high frequency or frequency weaponry, powerful frequency weaponry, illusions, glamour, distortion. They specialize in the things that you have faced, and they've amplified what they have specialized in and directed it towards you, expecting a certain outcome. And in order to have you perceived as being crazy, have you lose your mind, have you succumb to some type of dis-ease. But again, what you were up against with this karmic familial unit only, it prepared you for the type of feathers you would ruffle with the type of recognition you were receiving from what you have overcome and where God had placed you and what you were speaking upon. Your truth. 10 of Pentacles. And we got 2 of Cups here. And we got somebody watching you. So you do have offers coming through. Offers these individuals were attempting to fight. Shout out to the whole Trinity. You already know. Son, the Father, the Holy Spirit. For your steps have been ordered and you're being guided. They said continuously guided. For only your soul knows the map to the movement. They just flashed me Divine Revolutionary. Only your soul knows the map to the movement and the moves that you are meant to make in this movement. Where these individuals were attempting to tap into your psyche, tap into your Akashic records, and what had been aligned for you in the stars, attempting to deter you from the type of success you would receive with what you came here to do as a divine revolutionary frontliner and leader. We got the 2 of Cups here, Justice, and the 10 of Pentacles. Abundance coming through. What just fell? Abundance coming through. 5 of Pentacles. Rags to riches. You may feel as though you have been left out in the cold in this moment. The truth has been spoken. People know that why you have been left out of things, why you had been targeted in the way that you had. So it's like you're going from rags, like 5 of Pentacles. You were happy just being provided for. You were happy with where God had brought you. You were grateful. I won't say happy. You were grateful for everything working out in the ways that individuals attempted to trap you, to riches, to success, to unconditional love, to connection, beginnings. All these individuals that tried the 10 of Swords, your beginning, you could be seeing 10-10. Now gotta watch you have this beginning. Gotta watch you speak on the things that they had done to you. Gotta watch you speak the truth. We got 7 of Cups here, confusion. Tried to confuse you about this beginning that comes with marriage, connection, generational wealth. Because the tradition can symbolize a long-standing power structure. It's like the Hierophant in this card. So you're here. They said royal bloodline. You're here. Again, this ties into the elites that were targeting you because of how you threatened their power structure. You're here to leave generational wealth for your descendants. It's the restoration of wealth to the right bloodlines and lineages. So you're not only the generational curse breaker, you're the generational lineage inheritor. You're a benefactor from those before you. The sole benefactor, as you being the curse breaker. This is your inheritance that is being restored. Your ancestral inheritance, with the changes that you are being guided to make with it. The opportunities that you are going to be creating with what you receive. Oppression, breaking others out of oppression. Again, they tried to use this oppression to sacrifice you, and this blew back up in their face. The moon here. What you don't see. Fortune. What you don't see, but you feel in your energy, your inner chi, the currents of chi that has been alchemized into your inner chi. What you don't see is the divine inheritance that you have inherited. You are the sole benefactor of this inheritance. You're the only one in this lineage that can receive this success. You're the only one in this lineage that can receive this fortune. You're the only one that the door to this has been opened to, but it's been locked right behind you. Nobody else can get in, but believe me, they're trying. If I can't have it, then you can't have it. Trying to end this, trying to attach it to you, or attach something to you, and they can. And yes, you do deserve it. Yes, you are worthy of it, and it's yours. You earn this. Princess of Pentacles and the Star. Trying to make the star sick. You could be an Aquarius, you could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this is individuals that were paying, whether they're in organizations, societies, and networks, or the CIA, or a karmic familial unit. Individuals were paying to make you sick or have you perceived as sick. Leeching off of you. They wanted this destiny star so damn bad, and they can't have it. They will never have it. It's yours. You got a Queen of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, defensive right now, not sleeping at night, possibly having nightmares, heavy on the Taurus. This is a practitioner. You got a practitioner, heavy on the Taurus, heavy on the Virgo, that's not sleeping at night, up in arms because of what didn't work. What they were paid to do was to make you sick or mentally sick. Have you out here fighting with others, and now they're being fought by your ancestors. So you got a wealth transfer happening right now from a well-paid practitioner that attacked you. They're receiving a message of concern. This is fast communication. Fast communication about the fight, the war that has been waged on them. This is chaos. This is also competition. This individual felt like they could steal your gifts. And again, this is all about where you're going. The reason these individuals are relevant is because you're bringing down not only an entire karmic familial unit with how you've alchemized this energy, but elite individuals that felt like they were God. Or should I say, God is bringing them down through you. God is using you, but in the best way possible. I just got an ad, the Oracle reads you. It was from Instagram. So it looks like you could be a high priest, high priestess. That was one of your past lives. It has come into play in this lifetime. Individuals are flocking to you because they know that you are reading them. They know that something is, or they could be flocking to an oracle that could have been specifically about cross watchers watching me. But they know that their truth is being revealed. They're being exposed. They're being told that they are being talked about. And they're heartbroken. Heartbroken, 3 of Swords and then 3 of Staves. Y'all just saw me shuffle. That you're still, the prophecy is being fulfilled. This is about your future and wish fulfillment. You're still receiving this. All of their plans combusted. Past life love, we got 2 6s on the board with this Queen of Pentacles. This Queen of Pentacles is signifying you, but it's also signifying, you could be a King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles. This is your rich spirit, but somebody paid to obtain this. And with past life here, it looks like the gifts that have been activated from past lives in this life, somebody wanted. With another 3 on the board. 3 of Swords, 3 of Staves, we got 3 of Cups. and then 5 of Pentacles, and then 2 5s on the board. 5 of Cups and 5 of Pentacles. Somebody is no longer in a celebratory energy. This could be a third party. Somebody that was celebrating at one point is now realizing that they're the ones being left out in the cold. They're the ones losing everything, and they're heavily disappointed in the work that they were doing. The devil caught these individuals up in an illusion that they're stuck in while they're taking massive losses. 4 of Cups, missed opportunity, and you know this. They're disappointed and they're in remorse and regret at the fact that you know it is being exposed, the losses they're taking. Groups that worked against you, organizations that put a fortune in on this moon hoobly jubilee to end things for you. And they still couldn't. You're a heavy hitter in this realm and you're meant to do big things. Exactly. Divine intervention and even more ancestors being added to your team. I heard protectors coming in clutch. Tradition. This is old money, broken bloodlines, individuals trying to maintain control. Again, and it all ties back into the beginning. The beginning of your introduction to magic. Think about that beginning for a little bit. I don't want to bring you back into the past, but your introduction to magic has everything to do with these organizations being terrified of you and what you were meant to succumb to, what was meant to take an effect, and how bad you looked, how bad it looked. Your introduction to magic had you look like you weren't going to make it out. You really did. It looked bad for you. It looked like your ending was inevitable. And then these organizations watched you bounce back. This Karma Familial unit watched you bounce back. King of Swords out here could be a Pisces Aquarius cusp that is now sick because they did travel to try and sacrifice you. This individual could be in your lineage. They talked a gang of shit about you. The truth is being revealed. Again, this person spoke these curses over themselves in the way that they were attempting to destiny swap and slander your name. This is now manifested in their reality. They're the one being seen in the way that they attempted to convey you. This is the power you have. Like, this is why you got these old money, these wealthy individuals unsettled. Because they're seeing things that you've spoken on. They're seeing things, that you have spoken on. With protection here. Manifest. Individuals that thought they were going to get away, continuously get away with their corruption, are now being exposed, revealed. They're taking massive hits. And they know it's because of what they paid for, how they attempted to antagonize and attack you. Yep, you reap what you sow. And it's happening. Like I talked about over on YouTube, you got individuals that have never taken hits like this before taking hits. You got Target losing billions of dollars, Walmart losing millions and billions of dollars. You got CEOs resigning, governors being federally investigated for embezzling funds. Like I posted over on YouTube, there is, I believe it's Fox News 11, where there was a governor and other individuals using $2 billion worth of homeless funds for themselves. There is also another, I believe it's a governor in California, that had been using taxpayer dollars to go on trips. And they were supposed to be about some type of campaign, but there was no campaign happening. They were just using taxpayer dollars, and this individual is now being looked into to go on trips and have fancy meals. You also have certain individuals being exposed and being detained and facing legal consequences, just like Sean Kingston and his mother have now been detained because of the $1 million of fraud they got caught up in. Well-known individuals, very successful individuals being revealed as the illusionist. And don't even get me started on how China is exposing these name brands for the cheap that they are, which is breaking more individuals out of the illusion of attempting to keep up with the Joneses, of individuals flashing a certain lifestyle and saying, if you work this hard or you have this bag, you can be just like me. Dior is being exposed. Louis Vuitton is being exposed for the fact that they're paying to have $5 bags made, and then having these $5 bags that had been made sold for thousands. China said, no, I'm a Birkin too. Yep. China said, I'm about to expose every single one of y'all. So now these individuals, these corporations, these companies, these name brands are taking massive hits because of what we're doing in this realm. It didn't just, your origin story started with this karmic familial unit and individuals attempting to initiate you because they didn't believe you would ever be like them, to realizing they all fucked up. They all fell into the trap that was set for you, but it was organized and ordained to be that way. Domino effect. And you're about to see even more individuals get exposed. You're about to see even more individuals you never would have thought would take hits, taking hits. Well, again, I posted over on YouTube about a homeless man. He went from being homeless to a millionaire. And yeah, he had to put in the work. His motto is believe 313, which 313 adds up to 7. He always believed, yes, he was putting in the work, but he never gave up on his dream. At one point, he was living in his car. And he bought $27 worth of cleaning products and was cleaning buildings to invest in his dream. But God made it happen. And he went from being homeless to a millionaire. You got homeless individuals finally receiving the funds that were meant for them. The underdogs are coming up. This is the time. The tables have turned. And angels and the Most High are making it so. And your turn is up next. You better claim it. My turn is up next. You defeated legions of entities, gaggles of hoobly jubilee directed your way in order to stop this from happening. And it is. So I also posted on my community board over on YouTube about that homeless man that became a millionaire. Your turn is up next. Solar eclipse, divine revolutionary, and the genius. This is divine intervention. The Uranus, you're a genius, signifies divine intervention, but it's also about your intellectual and intuitive advanced abilities. You already knew this was going to play out in this way. You just knew that you had to keep swimming. What do? We swim. Maintain faith and keep pushing. You knew eventually shit would have to open up for you. You knew eventually I'm going to have this breakthrough. I got to keep going. I got to maintain the faith, but it's inevitable. I'm going to have this breakthrough. Nobody can stop this. Keep pushing. Exactly. And the more you pushed, the more that was exposed to you and the more these individuals were going through. Faith. What do? You swim. Black Moon Lilith. And a massive transformation happening with death and a tower. But it's not been ordained for you. They tried to push this into your reality, putting you in a position to lack faith, to give up, to walk away. We have not come this far just to give up. That's exactly what they want us to do. I don't give a fuck how long it takes. I'm going to get there. I don't know where there is, but I know there is where I need to be and where I'm going to be eventually. And I just got to keep pushing. I know that God wouldn't bring me this far for this to be my experience. And I know if all these individuals are attempting to attack me and do all of this, there's got to be a reason, a big reason. And it's already been conveyed to me where God is taking me. I just got to maintain faith and keep trucking, keep pushing. And the more you push, the more individuals that are attempting to pull on you have that rope snapped, have that shit bounce back, and they go through what they were attempting to keep you, like they go through the towers that they wanted directed towards you, projected over your experience. The more that you pull forward, the more these individual shadows are exposed. They cannot remain in the dark, and they cannot keep you in the dark. Because that's the visual they're giving me. As we're moving forward, and individuals are trying to attach to us and pull us back, but we keep pushing forward, and it's like their ropes are being burned through. And then they're falling into just shit, mud. They said the trenches. You're no longer pulling them out of the trenches they wanted to throw you in. Damn. The trenches they wanted to throw you in. South Node, life's debts. I can't make this shit up. They can't push their karma off onto you. They can't push their debts onto you. They can't throw you in the trenches where all of their darkness is. All of their demons reside. You climbed out of hell, and you're throwing ropes down to those that deserve the help being offered to them. But these individuals are not getting offered an opportunity to climb out. Not with your energy. Yep, endings. This also signifies new beginnings with what you have healed from. And what you've been up against with these practitioners keeping an eye on you. Virgo, I analyze. Big shit in this realm. Star energy, I know. What is this? Star energy, grand trine blessings, I know. Well-known energy, what do they know? I wanna know. Can you show me? I wanna know. Can you show me? We got Taurus energy out here, and Leo, I will. A star energy or well-known individuals, organizations, societies, and networks. You do have the all-seeing eye right here, which is represented in the group Illuminati. They know that you have broken strongholds that were placed over you by a practitioner to absolutely bulldoze your life. The war that was waged on you has changed. That's what they know. This just fell on the ground. Stability in reverse. Their attempts to keep you, and then it just fell in my lap in the upright. Their attempts to keep you from stabilizing in new timelines and stepping into generational wealth and security and stability has backfired. This is why all of them are taking massive hits. This is how I heard God orchestrated this by using you as bait, and with what you have alchemized, it has backfired on these individuals that never thought they would be taking the hits that they are. This is why you are seeing their judgment and their karma being revealed with the money that they are losing being broadcasted. What these organizations, societies, Illuminati, what they owned, or what they had their hands in, what they were investing in, is taking massive hits. So again, they're bringing up the fact that these brands are being exposed for their cheapness and their lies and their glamour, their illusions. And then you've got big ass corporations, corporate titans, such as Target and Walmart, taking massive billion-dollar financial hits. You got governors and CEOs being investigated for embezzlement. You got well-known individuals being investigated for the abuse of children and their participation in certain events. Certain events. The way they were dancing with the devil. Desire. All of this is being revealed, and it's because of the way that you were head-to-head with these individuals in the spirit. Head-to-head. And you were battling them back with grace. You, or should I say, us and our spirit team. This is why it felt like justice may have been so far away. This is why it felt like a struggle bus. These individuals were intentionally attempting to redirect the outcome, with you being the director over this outcome. You being a co-director to this outcome. Squabble up. Exactly. Ancestors out here squabbling up. Squabble. It's a rumble in the jungle. And it's going down. Basement, Friday the 13th. Guess who's playing Jason? It's the ancestors. It's going down right now, and we're seeing it. We're seeing how the ancestors are going, well, let's pull this out. Let's see how you handle this. It's not revenge, it's returning the favor. You wanted our baby financially depleted and bound. Let's see how you handle these hits. Stocks just taking a tumble. All right, all these individuals' investments taking massive hits. North Node, life's purpose, and roots. Because of how they tried to place roots on you. And Spirit said, absolutely not. With the truth here. That's my baby's destiny. Your destiny was to come head to head with these individuals that specialized in this work. And that's why your first opponents, your first round of boot camp, baby, chosen baby boot camp, was this karmic familial lineage. And everything that they would throw at you. Every time that you thought that you wouldn't bounce back from what they were doing to you. It was all preparation for the type of corporate titans and well-known devils within this realm that would see you as a threat and attempt to squash that threat out. Attempt to take that threat out. Attempt to silence that threat. attempt to make an example out of that threat. Exactly, they took the bait, but you had to be ready as bait. You had to be prepared for this. So it has all truly come full circle. And again, you're going to be seeing in this realm even more exposure. And y'all know I prophesize this. I told you. Name brands and corporate titans and organizations, societies, and networks would be taking massive financial hits because it's a wealth transfer. Moon soul. They were after your soul. They could not harvest it. They couldn't take from it. They couldn't stop where your soul was guiding you to go. But y'all know, I prophesize this. And now you're seeing it. I also prophesize the Hierophant in reverse also being taken down and exposed. You seeing that? You're seeing the Hierophant in the reverse that had their hands in everything that you know being exposed for the type of corruption they were allowing and participating in being revealed. And why? And it's all because of the impact you've made on this planet, the light that you were pulling in, and who you have become in the spirit, who you have elevated into in the spirit, and what God has you doing for this realm, and what God, Son, Spirit has you doing for this realm, and the type of abundance that comes with this, the type of benefits that come with this. When you have a control over your emotions in your mind, you have control over the outcome. You have control over what is allowed in your experience. And the sacrifice is not. Because you balanced that shit out. And you turned it into a sacrifice, turned into a new beginning. You being the sacrificial lamb, it's like you alchemize this into sacrificial lamb energy of the Most High. Where these individuals are now facing the divine repercussions and consequences of their actions, you're here where your sacrifices are paid off. Everything that you let go, everything that you release, all of the humiliation that you have faced is now, you're now experiencing the opposite. Where it's this humiliation that these individuals wanted you to continually experience is now being rewarded with acknowledgement and love and recognition. This poverty that you have broken over your lineage is now being transmuted, has now been flipped into generational wealth. The slander and the defamation over your life has now turned to good speakings about you. You got individuals standing up for you, individuals believing you, good speakings about you, like good tidings. Speaking over your life with such love. Speaking over your energy with such love. Admiring you, feeling inspired by you. All things have turned around in your favor. And they're about to be increased. Part of fortune, increase. Ooh! Keep being a big stepper. Keep being a big stepper in this realm because you're doing big shit. Much bigger than I think you give yourself credit for. Because like I said, a lot of these individuals that have never been touched before are getting touched. And they don't know how this is happening, how they can't fix it. They made the biggest mistake of their... Look at Saturn return right there. They made the biggest mistake of their life coming for you. They're getting hit with a return of karma. Time has run out. And you're not going anywhere. Air element communication. Reinvention. This lets me know what you have spoken on, what you have prophesized is happening. I'm the biggest, the largest. Exactly. The biggest and the largest. Big facts. Big step up. And you made it out the mud. Where these individuals are going, they in the trenches now. Or they're about to be. Some of these individuals are going from riches to rags. But it's because of how they built, how they acquired those riches. Whose blood, back, and bone they built them riches upon. It was not divinely inherited, it was stolen. It was acquired through immoral means. And with this reinvention occurring, it is being witnessed with the changes that this realm are currently experiencing. The body. I see. Sensing. Side note, there's a practitioner that may have been monitoring your body to see if something was taking an effect. They're not seeing what they're looking for. Or maybe they thought at one point this was taking an effect. This has returned. Some was meant to cause you massive health issues or like weight issues. You were meant to look sick. You were meant to be sick, like some type of dis-ease. You alchemized this into health and harmony. Yep, health and harmony. Somebody wanted you to have cancer, and they were working with other individuals in order to push this into your reality, and it was alchemized into harmony, health, love. You're very loved in the ethers, because again, you had individuals that specialize in projection, energetic projection of certain diseases. I know there have been quite a few well-known individuals that passed away from some type of cancer that came out of nowhere. Chadwick Boseman, they just channeled me Chadwick. Rapidly progressing malignant cancer. That certain, it was meant to be a sacrifice. Certain practitioners specialize in. And again, you ate through this. You healed. I can't make this shit up. You may have felt like lumps somewhere at one point. Where you could have felt lumps in like your chest area or around your neck area. And then within days, it was gone. Somebody was attempting to push dis-ease into your experience. And it was not your destiny to go by that dis-ease. You alchemized it. Now, you may still want to get seen by a physician, but I know when it's black magic. When it just fucking pops up. I know, just like you know intuitively, especially with the power of our mind, individuals were really hoping that you would feel something. You would sense what they were directing your way, and then you would further manifest it by panicking about it and consistently thinking about it. And I know that I wasn't worried about it. I was literally like, return to sender, Psalm 7. Put some virgin olive oil I prayed over on my areas, and within like 2 days, it was gone. And I was like, I knew it. I knew it. I knew that was what was going on. I needed to address it. And I knew that's what they were sending my way. And I was like, ew, you dirty little motherfuckers. And I just returned it. I was like, no, you can have that back. I'll alchemize the energy, but the intention and the entities, you can have that back. You can have that dis-ease, that demon of dis-ease back into your reality. So if you were experiencing this, individuals felt like by now you would be looking ragged. You would have come down with something, you alchemized it. And now these individuals are facing health issues. You weren't concerned. Yeah, you escaped. And you alchemized this into blessings of health. You're a miracle healer. Give me one on this Grand Trend and Escape, though. Reinvention. Somebody is trying to escape the reinvention of their blessings because of how they had come up against you. But the divine, look, we got the Most High here, and faith is not allowing with soul, how they came up against your soul, how they tried to take your soul, what they did against you. The divine is not allowing them to get out of the debt that they owe to you. Fortune increase. This is a wealth transfer happening for you with individuals, owning. A change of ownership with individuals that attempted to use their currents of chi and their connections to end you. You had a massive wealth transfer happening with individuals that attempted to bind your finances and put you into poverty. So when your finances start getting, time to pay up. Exactly. We like Debo over here. They just showed me, I was going to say we like Debo, but our ancestors like Debo. Snatching everybody's chains. Debo has walked in the room. And it's time to pay up. If y'all don't know who Debo is, look into it. Ancestors coming through like Debo. The Most High coming through like Debo. Said, pay up. There ain't no getting, there is no getting away from exactly Friday. Something could be going down on Friday. But there's no getting around or getting away from Debo. Just like there's no way to get away or get around from the Most High and the debt that is owed. Well, you're receiving payments that are being... Somebody tried to join the live. Hold on. Payments that are being made due to the debt that is owed to you. And they're being taken. They gonna pay this debt. The highest is Debo. Big Daddy G coming through like Debo, baby. Destiny. Let me pull some Ganesh and see. I just grabbed the top part. Prosperity. What did I just say about this wealth transfer? I'm gonna shuffle it back in the deck and see if it comes out. That's better have my money. Exactly. They will too. It's not a request, it's a requirement. That's what I just heard. It's not a request, it's a requirement. Reflection. As within, so without. You alchemize this current of chi placed on your head, and it's now manifested into your reality. It's an order. Exactly. They go have to cry in the car. That's all they can do. Massive changes being made. Delight. So again, riches to rags. You're going to see a lot more individuals take financial hits for why they just said why they came up against you was based on their own egotistical inferior based on their own egotistical inferior God complex, not superior. It's like they felt inferior and they had a God complex, but you triggered their feeling of inadequacy. And these individuals targeted you because they know that you hold true power. Power they would never possess. Wow. Damn. Protection and courage. You are being protected from any individual attempting to put you in a stronghold or weaken your movement, your progress, the trajectory of your life. With delight here, Spirit is very delighted in the healing. I heard the healing that you have acquired with certain activations, understanding the power you hold and what you can affirm over your life, which is great health. You're using your abilities to heal for the light. And the divine is very impressed because you really could have taken these motherfuckers out in the worst way. If you turned dark and were like, you motherfuckers. And you were like, you were just on a rampage, like end your life type of shit. You really could. You really could project that energy and that power and annihilate motherfuckers. But you're doing this divinely, where you're going, judgment. As above, so below, as within, so without. What you were attempting to push into my reality is now what you get to experience. It's now all around you. It's now yours. The energy I will alchemize, you're not getting the energy back. Thank you for the energy I will use for humanity's expansion. But as for the intentions and the entities, oh no, you can have that back. And it is up to my divine team and the Most High whether or not they want to amplify that. Again, it's not revenge, it's returning the favor. And these idiots fucked around and found out. Because you really could use your power, the power you have acquired, to stomp motherfuckers out in the worst way. To really target them and put them in a position to be utterly humiliated and sick. Just, you could do the worst shit with your abilities. And you're not. Spirit is very impressed by the fact that you know your power, but you're not using it to, like, redeem yourself. You're not using it to John Wick motherfuckers, basically. You're not going after individuals like in the way that they came after you. You're just using the shit that they sent you against them in the way that you were designed and ordained to. You didn't become like them. Exactly, to retaliate. To retaliate or redeem yourself. Because you could have used your abilities to prove to these energies that you were not one to fuck with, but you didn't need to prove that. You're receiving divine redemption. And it's through what is happening to these individuals without you even needing to really lift a finger. Your prayers are being heard. The work that you're putting in received. So you may have felt like John Wick, but you didn't move like John Wick. Because you very well could have become the worst Baba Yaga, the worst tyrant in these individuals' lives. But you never became like them. You may have had to sort through your anger and resentment, but you never moved like these individuals. You were better, not bitter. And they were hoping that you would stay in a state of trauma to where you would misuse your abilities in a way where they could hit you with like a return to sender that would demolish you. But we're not ping-ponging this shit. You're keeping the energy. But I feel like if you stoop to their level, you would have been spiritually deranked, dethroned. You would have been on their level if you would stoop to their level. And then you would have been an easier target. But you didn't. You have been moving strategically with what you've been guided to do. And this is why this exposure, these backfires are hitting in the way that they are. And fast, too. Coming in quick. You see it. What you prophesized is happening quickly, steadfast. Well, what has been shown to you about your future, and that is divinely supported, is coming through quickly for you. So this is the divine saying, you're going to love life a lot more than you do right now because of the work you've done for this planet. You are being restored. And what's surrender? You are being restored while these individuals you've cleared out of your energy must surrender. They're being forced to surrender. I just heard they can't keep up a fight, they keep fucking losing. Whose ancestors? They can't keep up a fight, they keep fucking losing. That sounded like I'm getting a soldier, a sergeant. Some of you, you've been moving strategically, and your team, some of you have militia, militant, disciplined guides that have required you to be consistent, militant, and discerning. And disciplined. It's something about a routine. Possibly routine spiritual cleansing, routine meditation. You've been very disciplined with something. Some of you have been trained by militant spirit guides to move in a certain way. You got a lot of team members that were put in your path, put on your journey to assure a victory. Because you had to move in a certain way, you had to know certain things. Some of you have individuals from certain industries that were silenced on your team. And they're letting you know what you were up against. Like, oh, yep, nope, I fell into that trap when I was alive. Let me tell you what the fuck is going on so you'll understand it. Some of you have these guides informing you of what certain individuals in certain organizations, societies, and networks are doing. So that you know how to alchemize it, you know how to overcome it, you know how to avoid it. So you've got a team that was put together for success. This is the best damn team I have ever seen. This is a damn good team members. They got you covered in every timeline at every angle. Because they know the strategies. Somebody's going through a tragedy. The strategies and the agendas that certain groups will use in order to gain control and glory, power. So everything these individuals have been throwing, you got a team member that knows. Be candid and fulfillment. This lets me know that you got individuals on your team others don't see. With this be candid, it's also my be humble card, but it's also like sit down, Lil, be humble, and be quiet. So with this be candid, you have spirit team members that are moving in silence. They didn't realize that you had these individuals on your team that were assuring your fulfillment. They chose you. Wow. That's badass. You got energies on the other side moving to assure fulfillment. You also get downloads, relaxation. You also get, and healing. You also get, I was about to say downloads, intuition right there, insight. You also get downloads that only certain energies would know. Like you have eyes in places you shouldn't have eyes. You know things you shouldn't know, but you do. This is what is terrifying about you. Is not only do you know what moves to make, this is how they know you're being divinely guided. But you know who's doing it. Like you receive prolific visions or dreams. And you also, like, you know certain information of what's being directed towards you, who's directing it, and what's about to happen in this world. This may be very well why you have the CIA trying to study you, trying to figure out how the fuck you know what you know, and why your brain works the way that it does. Why you are this genius when you weren't before. They know that you're not the same person. That's what's terrifying to these individuals, is you became somebody different. You were not as intellectual and intuitive as you are now. It's like you've become a completely different. They said you were a timeline traveling traveler. I just heard welcome back, traveler. And now they're showing me the TV show The Travelers, which is about futuristic souls that jump back in time into vessels that they're about to pass away. If you've seen that, if you haven't seen that TV show, A Walk-In, yep, that's exactly what I'm getting to. If you are a walk-in, they know that, but they don't know what timeline you came from. They don't know what dimension you came from. So some of you may want to. It's a very old TV show, but I believe it's called The Travelers. You may want to, and the second season, The first season was great. The second season was like, but it's, like I said, it's about futuristic souls. Souls coming back from the future and walking in to vessels where the soul, the vessel is about to be expired. And that soul that is leaving that vessel with the expiration that the body is meant to have, leaves it open for a walk-in to come through. So some of us are walk-ins that came through to balance what needed to be balanced in order to shift the trajectory of Earth and the apocalyptic path that it was on. You're a very advanced intellectual soul. You don't have to be a walk-in, but you've changed. You're different. The version of you that these individuals knew, the version of you, the sleeper version of you, was not as intellectual and advanced as you are now. You are completely different than who you were before your awakening, and the catalysts that was initiated, that was orchestrated by these sacrificial rituals done on you. Whether you are a walk-in or not, you're not the same. The show is called The Travelers. The Travelers, let me look at, hold on. It's a very old TV show. (2017). Hundreds of years in the future, the last surviving humans discover a way of sending their consciousness back through time. This is what it looks like. You can kind of see it. That is The Travelers. And again, the second season was meh. But the first season, baller. Amazing. Another TV show you may want to check out is The Messengers. And no, not the one with Kristen Stewart. Not the movie. The TV show The Messengers. So again, not the one with Kristen Stewart. Not that one. It is a TV show on Netflix called The Messengers. It's about individuals that... it was from 10 years ago. The Messengers is also about souls that go through death and rebirth where they have gifts activated. And these gifts are being used to stop the four horsemen within their realm from turning the world into an apocalyptic state. You kind of see where this is going? But this is The Messengers. It's from 10 years ago. Again, not the one with Kristen Stewart and about the haunted house. Not that one. This one. Where, again, they get hit with a wave from... it's about the Antichrist coming to Earth and orchestrating certain events for the four horsemen to really take charge and stand in powerful positions to orchestrate the apocalypse, the ending. So these individuals with the Antichrist meteor that hits, because he comes down in a very boisterous way. The Antichrist comes down in a meteor, and then it shakes like the world. All of them that get hit with the aftershock of that meteor hitting, they die. And then they come back with abilities. And these abilities are meant to be used together in order to stop the Antichrist and the four horsemen. Does that resonate with you? Does that sound familiar? Because that's exactly what is occurring in this realm. You may also want to tune into the little TikTok story. It's called The Angel Engine. And it's about an angel that's continuously being siphoned from in order to keep the world afloat while the Antichrist is leading, manipulating and puppeteering certain leaders and certain organizations and societies. So again, all of these, there's a reason why they're coming out. There's a reason why they resonate with you. You as the 144, us as the 144 and the chosen. Mouthpieces of the Most High, the messengers, the travelers. That's exactly what I'm picking up on. And exactly why many of us, it's exactly why we woke up. What we were put here to do. Stop the world from going into an apocalyptic state. Darkness. Being coveted in darkness. This is why this mass exposure is happening. The amount of light that we have brought through here. Squabble up. Exactly. Squabble up. Squabble up. Exactly. And this is what is occurring. We're rebalancing this realm and we are shifting the trajectory of where it was headed to where it needed to be. Another reason why we have Mandela effect is the imbalances that were occurring on this planet with the portals that were being opened and things spilling into this dimension that were not meant to be a part of this dimension. Souls moving through timelines without the understanding of what they were moving through and why they were moving through it. Observing what was in a timeline that they had moved into that wasn't in the previous timeline that they had been in. There was a lot of weird shit happening that shouldn't have been happening to individuals that were not meant to be moved into certain timelines at that time that had further caused imbalances with what was bleeding over into this dimension. So a lot was going on, a lot is being corrected. This is why we are awake. Because we are meant to take back the power that was stripped from those that were meant to have it. These wealth transfers are happening because it was meant for you to inherit this wealth. It was meant for you to be put in a position of prosperity and pass down this generational wealth to your descendants, the true heirs, as you being a true heir to this wealth, to this position of recognition. With the changes you would make and the changes that would be nurtured by those that came after us. And why there were so many attempts to stop you that wanted to come out. Decision. In the upright, my deck's in the reverse. They said, no, take it in the reverse. Why? They said because the decision that was made has been retracted. What decision? The decision to antagonize you. The decision to continually attack you. I heard it's not worth the cost. Blessings. It's not worth the cost. So you got achievement with blessings, and you got individuals taking a step back and reevaluating their strategies, reevaluating their approach. That's what you wanted to say? Confirmation. So you got individuals possibly holding a meeting at this time. You got individuals attempting to understand where they went wrong and what they can do to correct the consequences they are experiencing. While you're being guided to keep your eyes on the prize and why you came here. Ooh, what fell on the floor in the reverse? Generosity and protection. You got individuals no longer investing and attempting to go up against you. They learned about your protection. You got individuals not paying for shit right now. You got individuals not paying for stuff. You got it, like I said, they are reevaluating their approach. Okay. Because of your protection. Ooh. And inner knowing. Inner knowing. This is something you already know. You may feel this lightness in your energy. Yep. We got inner knowing with enlightenment. You've been enlightened to the fact that there are individuals that now understand that you are not one to be played with. You are not one to... Something just recently popped off. And like I said, we're seeing these massive hits these corporate titans are taking. These individuals that never thought they would be hit. Because they wouldn't stop, they wouldn't let it go. And they kept coming after you. You also got a karmic familial unit that knows that they, fucked around and found out, and there's no coming back from this. So what Spirit wants you to know, positive outlook. What Spirit wants you to know in this moment in time, and what Spirit wants you to work on is, they said not work on. They said what Spirit wants you to know is the power that you hold and what you are capable of and what you are meant to achieve within this lifetime. You're doing big shit, and I know you see it. Continue to stand your ground, do your spiritual cleansing, and stay open and receptive for the blessings that come with what you were put here to do and the level that you have reached. The level you have stepped into. You're a big blessing to this realm, and this is why you are aligned and do these blessings. Others' debts are your blessings. Guidance. Fell on healing. You may be guided to go into hermit mode. This is also with guidance coming out here. Your guidance to be a healer in this realm. What you're being guided to do at this time to further heal Mama Gaia, heal this dimension, heal this the best way to put this, because what I was going to say is heal this imbalance. But Spirit stopped me, and with what Spirit showed me is it's healing beyond the alignment of illusions that keep you separated. Separated from self, separated from each other. It's like heal beyond the alignment of illusions. So stepping out, helping the ascension process, the awakening, where individuals are no longer fighting with each other or distancing themselves from who they should be united with. It's more unconditional love here. With transformation to your finances, don't worry about your finances right now. Don't stress about it. They're picking up. But this is what Spirit wants you to focus on. Unity. Connectivity. Especially with the Ganesh riding the peacock. Peacocks symbolize immortality. You've been immortalized in the Spirit. This is Spirit saying, understand that you are an ascended master here. You've earned your place. You're helping others to heal, others to see, and others to unify within this reality. And I think that's beautiful. I love that. Acceptance. Accept this power that is being brought forth to you. It belongs to you. This stability, this sustenance. So this is your level up. As Spirit saying, accept your ranking here. Accept what comes with your ranking here. And the stability and what is meant to be sustained in your experience with this divine rank that you reached. Understand your power and wield it wisely. And thank you, Ellie, for subscribing and supporting your girl. I really do appreciate it. Thank y'all for tapping the screen and showing all this love. And thank you for making the Galactic Golden Ohana what it is. It wouldn't be a family without y'all. And we really are changing the world. Look at it. Look at everything that's being exposed. Look at everything that's happening. The infection and the toxins, the corruption must be exposed, must be revealed to be healed. Oh, I love that. It must be revealed to be healed. And that's what we're doing. That's what's going on right now. We're doing big shit. And I know you're peeping it. But y'all, I gotta run. But I will see you again tomorrow. I love you guys. I honor y'all. And please honor yourself and your energy by relaxing, resting, meditating, and understanding the power that you hold and giving yourself the accolades that you deserve for everything you've overcome. I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of you too. And remember to stay peaceful, unconditionally loving, stand united, and remain respectful, unless disrespected. Then check with the Most High and check your motherfucking self before you check a motherfucker with grace. And like Shaw say would say, XXX Tentacion, ay! If anybody tells you to lay down, run them the fuck over. But not with your car, vroom, with your energy. Because we have nothing to prove. Our energy obviously does it for us. And last, but most definitely not least, drink your motherfucking water. remain grounded, stay balanced, and remember who the fuck you are. A powerful, divine, ethereal threat to organizations, societies, groups, and networks built on corruption, deceit, and illusions. You're a heavy hitter in this round. Keep shining that light, baby. It's never been as bright as it is now. Keep shining that light, baby. Let the world see how bright. I love y'all, and I appreciate you. And yes, I will upload this one to YouTube if it allows me to. I may have to clear some things out of my phone, but if it does, I will upload it. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I honor you. And I will see you again tomorrow. So until then, bye.